Okay, 2005 Yamaha R6 as a stunt bike. My thoughts, I just thought I'd make this video because I always research a bike and whether it would be any good and all that. I've been kind of thinking about getting GSXRs, but put off a little bit for various reasons. I just thought I'd put this out there. It's a little bit more information in case anyone cares. So basically this is my bike. I started learning to stunt ride on it. I've been stunt riding 3 years. I'm not very good, so it crashes quite a bit and it gets slammed down and all that. You know, I'm not pretending to be any fucking, I don't know, pro stunt rider. And yeah, so far it's held up great. It's had, you know, just the odd little issues, but nothing major. One thing I would say that is a huge bonus with these bikes is that the frame, the main frame, is super strong. They don't seem to have the issues that other bikes are having with snapping motor mounts and cracking the frames and all that. Because as you can see down here, that's like one solid massive piece, as opposed to a little tab. So that's a big pro to me, because I don't think you really want to be pulling your frame out all the time, or if swapping a steel one in, that's a lot of time that you're not riding, and a lot of extra work. It's also got twin fans from factory. Everyone uses R6 fans as an upgrade. This just has them. And it's got the upside down front end with the good brakes. They also have a great master, but this is no 4 master because I broke mine and couldn't get a replacement one very easily. In New Zealand, where I'm stunting this, it has pretty good availability for parts. There's a lot of 04s around, 03s, 04s, and they're virtually the same bike. Yeah, so you can get parts like that. Like I have a 04 rear shock, fuel pump, front brake master, and it seems to be all doing fine. One major con with these, and the one that everyone always talks shit on them for, is the subframe. It's kind of a super lightweight racing design originally, thin alloy, and it would break as soon as you tried to 12 it, or scrape it or whatever. But I replaced this with a steel one. It's BSA, it come out of Poland from 4Stunt, and it's been great. It's fantastic. It was cheap as chips, and I'd way rather have to replace this frame than this frame, which if you buy any other bike, you're pretty much doing that one. I'd rather do that one. So in my humble opinion, that's not really a big problem if you think about it that way. The only real thing I don't like about Yamaha, and I'm sure a lot of other brands will be the same, is that their second-hand parts support is shit. Like, I blew the seal out of the rear shock, doing bunny hops and endos and shit, and they wanted like $1,100, am I right? Yeah, I think they wanted $1,100 for this fucking thing, and you couldn't just buy the seals, which is ridiculous. You can probably get them resealed somewhere. I didn't want the downtime, so I just bought a second-hand one. That was easy for me, and which, you know, that was cheap as chips. That's all good, but that's second-hand support. That's not actual Yamaha support. And I had the same issue with the fuel pump. I think they wanted $850 for it or something, so I chucked a second-hand one in there too. I don't know, you know, I don't know why they can't rebuild something like a rear shock. It's just a steel. It's the same as doing your fork seals. They should be offering those parts, but for some reason they don't, and that makes it a goddamn nightmare. But the second-hand part support is there, so it's not really too much of an issue. Things I do like about them: they pull good on idle. They seem to go for 3 years without blowing up when they're bashing off limiter, which is really nice. They don't run too hot generally. My gauge is in Fahrenheit, but it runs sort of like 170 Fahrenheit, which is not really too bad because I think 212 is 100 degrees. So it's quite low compared to a lot of other bikes. They are quite agile. I don't know, I haven't really ridden many other bikes, but I would say these are a pretty good option. And they have a good front end compared to some bikes as well, from factory. And people talk about them being delicate and that, but I've beaten the shit out of this thing. I mean, I've been learning to stunt on it, which isn't easy on a bike. So yeah, lots of slamming into the ground and other things, and seems to hold up alright. But yeah, I just thought I'd put this video up as a vote in favour of this particular bike if you're looking at buying one of these to stunt. Just so that you know that you can get away with stunting a Yamaha R6 and it's not going to be a sack of shit. From what I've heard, the 0304s are good, 05's better, and then upwards from there I don't really know too much about. It might get a bit squirrely when they start going to electric controlled throttles and all that sort of shit, but yeah, it's a pretty good start anyway.